Ladies and gents, welcome to the Great Wall. This is not a concept that's new. Actually, it is a concept I'll talk about a little bit later. It's been in the game before, but recently they added an official Great Wall map to the Definitive Edition. This is it. Looks very pretty. It's a very lengthy wall. We've got some bridges, which aren't normally in a lot of map scripts. We've got some rivers here. My chat told me that they were going to tell me ahead of time what river it was, where each location is, and all that stuff, so I don't look like an idiot. And now we have people asking me what river it is. So clearly they're not on board with making me look like I know these things. But what we did do, as these players are all over the map, we have them all playing as civilizations that should be relevant to the area. Now, it may not be specifics, and I'm not going to be able to tell you specifically, where all these civilizations should end up. But with the new Three Kingdoms DLC, there were 5 civilizations added. And then we also have the Chinese, we have the Koreans, and we have the Mongols involved. All right. So first thing I'll notice is like these two very far away from the rest on the other side of the wall. So we've got Sika here playing as the Wu in the yellow. We then have Genghis Khan, who's here playing as the Wei in the teal. Now, I guess we go over here like kind of to the east a little bit. In the red, we've got Higher Gear. Higher Gear's playing as the Koreans. Over here in the blue, we've got Debris. Debris playing as the Chinese. Not a lot of land to work with, but does have some safe water here to work with. In the orange, we have Schlumpf, who says, just a T90 in chat, I am Schlumpf. I was wondering who in the world Josh was, so I guess their Steam name is different. They're playing as the Jurchens. In the green, next to the wall, we have Skillzoo playing as the Mongols. In the gray, we have someone who needs more vowels in their name. How am I even supposed to say this? Stithum? Stilm? Playing as the Shu. And then last but not least, in the purple, we have Glad, Recycler, playing as the Katans. Now, Orange apparently changed their name so they wouldn't be targeted because of last game. Does anyone remember that game? It did not do very well on YouTube, unfortunately. It was a banger. I don't even remember the exact title, but it was a game where the one player was very confident they were going to win. They said some words that indicated such, and they said, I believe, I've been playing you like a fiddle all day, and then they got played like a fiddle right back. So should be very strong performance from Orange. Teal as well has played a lot of community games. So I'd expect Teal to be solid. Debris, pretty solid as well. So the 1,300 ELO players are actually spread out from each other. So we'll see. Now, it doesn't look like the walls fully connect on this side. So it does allow some areas to pass. Obviously, you could destroy this wall at any point to break through. And then the wall does connect to the water over here on this side. I wanted to check crossings and connections. Like, bridges are a really big deal. I don't know if water can pass through the bridges. I'm guessing they cannot. Okay, there's a bit of a crossing there. Like here, for example, there's a waterfall. I don't think your ships can go up and down the waterfall. So there's a lot of like blockades of sorts. And players are chatting about it. So, fun idea. This is an idea from someone in my chat. And Higher Gear says, hey, right corner, want to join me in the Bikini Bottom Alliance? Yes. Skillzoo says, hey, orange and blue, we're kind of in the right corner. Do you want to form an alliance? And they're just talking about plans. But, how much of your alliances are based on the elo of the players here? Or their civs? Probably not much. I would guess that you're going to team largely based on location. That's kind of how it should work. It's a pretty big map. Allying with someone across the map would be kind of tricky. And kings do explode, by the way. So, chat, help me out. What are we looking at, generally speaking? What areas of the map are not relevant, but, are worth noting here? What would you say? Something that bothers me as well, and I see Uglies pointed it out in chat, is that Genghis Khan is playing as the Wei. Was kind of hoping we'd maybe see the Mongols or something there. We're looking at the Gobi Desert. All right, Gobi Desert. The wall. Iowa. Oh, yeah, true. Iowa. Yeah, there's a couple. Where are the farms? Yep, there's Iowa. Looks just like Iowa, actually. West side is Korea. Up there is Mongolia. Okay. So up here's Mongolia. West side is Korea. Well, there's some gold over here. How much wood is on the map? What? There's only 480k? This isn't... What is this? This... Guys, this looks pretty Korean to me. This doesn't... This doesn't look... There's nothing Korea about this over here.
Yes.
I hate you. I read one message. I zoomed in. I had like 2 or 3 seconds to think about it and realized that I was being played, and all of chat is making jokes. I hate you. This is a horrible idea. We should have just done forest nothing, where all the trees look the same. Yeah, but there's only 470k wood. So 470k wood that's also spread out in random ways. Like, it's not like there's these massive wood chunks. You have to build a lot of lumber camps. Trading corner to corner is also kind of an issue. If there's markets here that run to the west, you're going to be running on cliffs and getting stuck a lot. Running on bridges, running up hills. Oh, what the... This is cool. All right, chat. I know what this is. You guys know what this is, right? This is historically accurate down to the amount of salmon here. There's a rare pond that has only salmon and, well, shorefish, but they're shore salmon. It's a special type. There's also a relic there. Shrek Swamp. Yeah, good guess. Good guess. I actually have no clue if that's referring to anything, but it might be. It might be. My point, again, still stands. Trade will be an issue. But trade will not be an issue from the west to the north. That's very open space, so that desert terrain is going to be quite nice. And if you were to trade from the north to the east, you can pass the mountain range. You can pass this tiny little river. So that is doable. You can go around the wall as well, actually. So it's not horrible. We'll take our time here. Obviously, being able to fish is an advantage for the players who are by the water. Technically, could have some trade cog action. The start should be way better for the people who can add fishing ships. Players like Yellow, players like Teal, they're just kind of screwed to not have that possibility, so. T90, what's the power text timer in the upper right? Well, so it's bugged right now. It shouldn't say power text 8 times. Basically, this is a custom version of Capture Age that we worked with the Capture Age team to create for community games, because showing resources in the same way as a 4v4 would fill up too much of the screen. Showing technologies, like every wood tech, every farm tech, all those things would just be way too much. So we basically simplified it. A power tech is essentially a super important technology, such as Cavalier or Onager, or them going to the next stage. You also see if they're getting an elite upgrade. Yeah, you won't see blacksmith techs on screen. You won't see overall population unless I go through some of this, you know. They could use siege towers to cross over the walls, yeah. But I think better than that, it might make sense to just ram down the walls. I mean, these rams don't belong to anyone. They're just like, it's just there. So you might want to just bust that open. But there's this old map called The Wall, or the Great Wall. And so a longtime mod and friend of mine, Smarthy, who was here earlier, she used to host games like 11 years ago. We just get on a Saturday and we just play 4v4 on the wall. Now, it was a little bit more structured in the way the wall was situated. I don't think it was meant to be historically accurate, but it's some fun memories for me. I think we'd also do like 300 or 400 population, build up massive armies. Sorry, I haven't seen chat at all. Higher Gear says, has anyone seen Squidward? I want to blow some bubbles. Ja, 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 ha, 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 ha. Aha, aha, aha. Okay, so is that a SpongeBob joke? They did joke about this being Bikini Bottom. I did watch I did watch a decent amount of SpongeBob, but I'm not like, I don't remember as much of it, and believe me, that's an issue. Like, my fiance knows every single SpongeBob reference. Yeah, maybe higher gear is high. I don't know. I'm trying to think my favorite SpongeBob quote. This might be a little casual for like real SpongeBob fans, but my favorite one is probably the "Yo, Purple, watch out there, pal." Sorry, that's not a SpongeBob quote. That was a reaction. My favorite one was probably the "No, this is Patrick." That or like W for Wumbo. Most of my favorite quotes are all Patrick related, because Patrick's the freaking best. There's the Elo. Poor Josh just lost a villager to the tiger. But remember, this guy changed his name because he didn't want people to know who he was. So sneaky. But Blue doing the best so far. 67 eco. And Orange says, Green, how are you doing, my friend to the north? Skillsoo says, as good as a 1K player is doing who hasn't played much recently, and how about you? And Orange says, good, just the nerves are killing me. So I believe this. I do believe it. I don't think it's an upright, like a downright lie, but this player is a god. He knows he's somewhat god tier because he was worried people would remember him from that win like a month ago. But he always has somewhat of a slow start, which I don't know if that's strategic or not, but in the late game, he tends to position himself quite nicely. It says we should stick together, do some amazing things. Hey, you can always know it's Slump. Now, Slump, I feel comfortable saying this because you've won a couple games and because you've been around a while. If they're ever changing their name, you'll always know it's them because there are, like, just enough typos for you to get, for you to think, maybe it's that guy. Like, we are in the middle, MIDEL, right? So maybe everyone goes for us or we are good. Right before that, we had, like, amazing with a C, right? I can't speak any other language, so, you know, no judgment. Learning English especially would be very difficult, but I'm a big typo guy. When I'm casting, I think typos are funny. So, guys, Purple's King has been everywhere. Purple's King has never stopped moving. Getting the steps in for the day. And I wonder if Purple has maybe gone too far. Because the only way Purple gets home right now is to walk all the way around the wall again. So if people notice that, that's not really a good play. Higher Gear loves SpongeBob. Sends some resources over to Orange. And says, here, have some Krabby Patties. Are there any chatters here who've never watched SpongeBob? Because we've got a pretty global audience. I would guess that that's probably not quite as... I could be wrong, but I would guess it's not as popular in Europe as it is in the US. Wow, a lot of you guys have never watched SpongeBob. Okay. Teal just declared war on Purple. And the king is being attacked by the scouts! Oh, wait, the Fire Lancer, though! Purple, you can save yourself! It has range! Glad Recycler's been around for years. What are we doing with our king out here? The wall's gonna get blown up. And Teal just noticed it and... Oh, my God. Yeah, the only way you get home... Oh, there's a petard! There's a petard! Oh, God. Well, the only way you would have got home, I guess, is if you busted down the wall. What are you doing? Glad Recycler recycled himself. And now the king is dead. And Teal deleted the scout and says question mark. Classic. Now, 2 people did the question mark. All right, there we go. People are wondering if he dropped. There's the explosion. That does open things up quite a bit. And Blue notices, Blue says, wow, the Khan is on the move. And Khan says, this is the way. Ha ha! I like it. Because he's playing as the way. All right. So, you know, some people might see Teal as a bit of a threat now. But Purple was just not really doing the smartest thing. I think that's That's maybe the way to put it. Red, look how excited Red got. Red, who's making all the jokes before that, like, no one laughed at, says, oh, I love puns, all caps. Well, you're the Korean, so that's not going to be as easy to make puns with. How do you make a pun with Koreans? Not as easy as shoe, not as easy as way, not as easy as woo, I suppose. Oh, wow. Teal, who is, like, basically could not be further from Red, says, best friends, a lover of puns. It's too bad there's no Huns here, because there could be a lover of Huns. I mean, that would be an interesting alliance. I love it when people are allied for stupid reasons. That's always very interesting to me. I was also wondering if the Wei, the Shu, and the Wu are going to fight. If there's going to be some civil war there. That could potentially take place. Ah, but the Wooer's here. So I feel like the Wu and the Wei should probably be teamed. T90, since when can you place a TC on the farm? Oh. Oh, you know what? I think I'm gonna let you guess why this is happening. I know the answer. It's a weird one, but I can tell you why the TC is on top of the farm. Because your computer sucks? No. Pastures? No. Because of the new patch? No. I think it's a capture age thing because this map is bigger than large size. So this map is probably like giant or what's the other one? Legendary or extreme or there's a word. Anyways, so because the map is super big, capture age hasn't adapted to it, and so the positioning of farms and stuff get affected. Yeah, ludicrous. Thank you. I think that's it. Like, I think if I tab in game, it's probably not like that. You can tell by when I click the farm how the box around the farm is not accurate. It's just a capture age thing. But that's a good question.
Yes.
Teal goes to Gray, says, you are stuck with two people by the water. And Gray says, sure. And Gray says, we can claim the West. I mean, that's a pretty good setup for Teal. You're far away from people. You can trade in the West, which is maybe the best corner to trade. And Yellow even, I mean, if Yellow's a threat, Yellow's not far. You've now eliminated this threat. And sorry, I misspoke. Yellow is actually pretty far. So. Blue says, okay, I'll make an army, and when you're ready, we'll hit green. Oh, wow. This is a setup here, guys. So back up for a second, right? So Blue talking to Orange right now about attacking green, and Orange is like, sure, I'm totally down to do that, and then says, hey, Green, just to you, Blue might want to go for you. Do not tell him I told you, please. And Skillsy says, thanks. And Skillsy's like, why? Did she mention anything? Like, why, what did I do? And this is not the first time that Orange has done some good Diplo moves. But Orange... Orange says he thinks you are a pushover and in the way of his glory. Yeah, like someone would say that. Hey, you want to attack this person? Sure, let's do it. That's normally the conversation. No one says, let's kill Green because they're a pushover and in the way of my glory. Yeah, okay. See, that might not be believable. Skillsoo might go to Blue now. Yeah. Dude, I freaking know these players. I can predict this whole freaking game. Ask me right now, I'll tell you everything that happens and just spoil the whole damn thing. Okay, Green says, Debris, you didn't say anything about pushing me, right? Only to you. Now Green goes back and says, thanks for the warning. Debris going to end up explaining this. And Skills who's going to take Debris' side. They're going to attack Orange. Oh, and no, Blue goes back to Green. Oh, shoot. Oh, there's drama. I thought we were friends. Who's snitching? They are making lies about me. Do you think we can take Orange together? Hey, all this stuff is happening down here in near Korea, right? And guess what? We got trade galore over here for the other players. No drama. Lots of room to breathe. Skills who says, maybe I'm not that strong. I don't think he'll attack that fast.
Yes. Yes.
So yeah, Debris is basically saying to Green that's not true. And now Josh says, hey, Blue, just to you. Very sneaky that Josh changed the Steam name. Because Skillzoo's around a lot. Genghis Khan. I think most of these players probably watching a lot of these games, and they will have remembered that recent victory. Orange just can't help himself. This is a lie, again. It says, Gray just told me and Green to go for you. And then Blue says, guess we found our first target. Whoa! Whoa, 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 whoa! Pause! 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 I'm sorry to pause because it's going to be a long game. Do you see what just happened? Right after there's a lie, okay, and he says, hey, Gray told me to and Green to go for you. Gray actually says, want to go for Blue. That's crazy timing. So, I mean, it was a lie, but now that lie is true. And now Debris says, Orange tells me he wants to go for Gray. Wait, that's not what was said. Oh my god, there's so many things being said right now. I think we go with that plan and then snipe Orange. What do you say? So Blue's talking to Red. Blue's talking to Green. Red hasn't really been that chatty. And now Orange goes to Green. This must be an uncomfortable position for Green because two different sides are chatting to him. And they both want Green to stay alive. And Skills who's being too kind says, that's sad because Gray is in their first game and I don't feel like I can get Orange at the moment. And Skills who's like, thank you so much, Orange. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's check stockpiles real quick because there's a lot of chat. How rich are they? Pretty rich. Pretty damn rich. Blue isn't. Blue's in an awful spot for late game. Blue might go for a kill, actually. I see transport ships ready to go. But, yeah, Blue, I guess to trade, needed to send villagers across the map. And I just heard a bunch of villagers die. It might be making a move here for Orange. Orange looks pretty unprotected.
No.
Emperor says, hey, T90, why did the banana go to the hospital? Because it wasn't peeling well. Also, feels like on stream after a long time. Good to be here. T90 boos in chat. If I made that joke, you would make fun of me, chat, but thank you, Emperor. That joke slipped a little bit, you know? That joke, I can't think of another banana joke, but thank you. I see the trade's going this way from Green. So it's not a very long trade route. You've got 16 gold per trip, but I mean, what else are you going to do here? Blue's definitely freeing up pop space to make a play. Also, what just got deleted there? Hold on. I thought that was a king that went down. Oh, Blue created a Luchuan in the wrong area of the water and is hoping we didn't notice that. Probably wanted it over here. Sorry, guys. Is it just me or has this been kind of hard to follow? It happens sometimes these days where everyone wants to Diplo. Usually it's like just 2 or 3 people. Oh god, do we have a chicken emote now? Is it T90 chicken or T90 chick? We've got a chicken emote. It's the chicken from the game. Genghis Khan says, hey, there's an anti-blue coalition. Would you like to join? Higher gear is pretty close. And now Debris goes over to Red and says, okay, Barnacle Boy. I think Red is going to be Team Blue just because of the SpongeBob references. Here we go. Elite Fire Lancers. Heavy Rocket Carts. Halbs. Blue's building up. There's also some Chukunu inside of that transport ship. A lot of space on the map. There's 300,000 wood remaining of the 500,000 we started with. And gray's got... Oh, man, we've got the traction trebs. We've got the arbalest from the shoe. And gray clearly thinking about making a move. Could move right into orange's base, honestly. What do you guys think of the traction trebuchets so far? I find they can be very good with timings, but if you don't use the timing of just being able to make them early in, they're kind of rough to push buildings. So it's weird. It's like, if they, just being able to make them right when you hit imp in a competitive game can be really helpful, but if it gets past that point, it sucks. That's how it feels to me. I thought initially they were going to be a bit stronger than they were.
Yes.
Takes a very long time to take down a castle. They're cool, though. They're cool. I just wish you could make traction trebuchets and regular trebuchets. If you could do that, I think it'd be fine. You can't always do that, though. The civs are still new. I think there might be one or two that can make both. Anyways, thanks for the chicken emote, ugly. Yo, Tame, what's up? Thanks for the 11 months. Drury, glad you could make it. Thanks for the 3 horse deer. Thank you. Redlaw, hello. Gray's making a move. And Gray is saying, like, hey, we're going to make a move. Are you with me right now? Blue's transport ship. Where is that transport ship? Blue's definitely going to make a move on Orange. And Orange is still trying to, like, set up the late game with a lot of these conversations. If Gray wanted to kill Orange, Orange is dead right now. It's not happening, though. Looks like this is a move versus green, which they discussed before. I love the bridges, man. I love the bridges. I used to build so many bridges in scenarios growing up. I was obsessed with bridges. I would make a bridge and a big hill with a bunch of bombard towers and castles and cataphracts and Teutonic Knights and all the units I loved. And then I'd put 1,000 archers with no upgrades from the AI, and I just chew up everything. Green, do you see this right now? Do you see what's happening? Orange says, hey, he says he's going for blue, but watch it. Orange is giving green a heads up here. Skillsy says gray. Skillsy turns on gray. Gray says yes before attacking. So maybe gray was just passing. I don't feel like that's the case, though. Gray needs to back away and then maybe say, like, I wasn't trying to attack you. It's what he's trying to say now. Blue is still here, though. Like, blue's still got some stuff in these transport ships. That could even be a move for gray. And gray says going on blue, sorry. Okay, and now blue is going to orange and talking about going on gray. And is this a true just passing moment? I think it is. Also, if you can't use the emote, you just probably have to refresh. I mean, gray could just double back here. Just double right back and kill green. Green is in a really vulnerable spot. It's weird, though. Like, this is a really long path to kill blue. That's going to take forever. I wouldn't believe it. Green and red will help, but I think we can get started. Is red going to help? Is red actually prepared to help? I'm not really sure on that. Will green? I guess maybe. But Skillsy says gray is going for you as he told me. So Skillsy's at least letting Debris know. Debris should make a move for gray now if that's the case. Wait, and now gray says moving on red with teal only to you. What is happening? I don't know what, if any... I don't know if anything's true. Who is attacking who? For real, I have no clue. I mean, it would make a lot of sense for blue to want to tell red this is happening. Here come the war wagons. That's a lot of war wagons right there. I'm pretty sure as long as red doesn't send the king into the battle. Oh my god. As long as red doesn't lose track of the king, red is fine. But red's king is out of that castle and standing out in the open. Red's going to turn on gray, though. And, yeah, I mean, gray's been walking forward for a long time. There's been a lot of chatter. And gray's going to lose everything here. And it's about to get worse for gray. Because Gray's also going to be attacked by Blue's transports. And Gray just, it was a little too obvious, walked around for a little too long. And now here we go. Gray's being attacked by Blue, which does kind of give Gray a heads up. I don't think Blue is trying to attack those Vills. Blue's trying to hop out of the transport ships, but I'm guessing they can't because the transport ships are blocked there. And Higher Gear is just having so much freaking fun. It says, crabs, get back in your castle. Dude. There's nothing better than seeing someone win or lose you know is just having a good time. Here we go. Here are the units for Blue. Well, the problem for Blue with this attack is that the ships gave Gray a big heads up. So Gray should have some time to realize. And Gray now goes to the others, some of the others, and says Red is allied with Blue, and then Blue is on my ass at the moment. By the way, Sika, no elo, at least from what their account shows, booming and very quiet. I have no clue what to think of this player, but I love the fact that things are walled up. Like, adding walls here is very smart. Also looks very cool. See if Gray can defend from this. Thank you, Joel, for the prime. What's up? Thank you, Azada. Thank you. And thank you for the compliment in the farms. Let's go. Blue needs production buildings here. Like, the transport's a one-and-done attack. If this doesn't get the job done, you're just stuck. Again, here's the stockpiles. Res collected. Sika, 62 on gold. 25,000 gold already. Obviously, hugely benefits from spawning in the north. Onager's a good response against these rocket carts. And a couple good hits from Gray. And maybe the rocket carts are taken out and the Arbs can finish the rest. I think Gray's going to be fine. Blue's asking for help. Blue had a good starting position for eco, but really needed to get out of here. And there are some Vills over here. But this isn't much of a setup economy. T90, who's going to build a hero and disguise it as a king? You know, it's funny you say that. I've been waiting to see heroes. The Shu, the Wei, and the Wu, right? I haven't really seen much army from them yet. Like, maybe Yellow's got one. There's no easy way for me to select it. If it is out there.
Yes.
Red says Wowzers, which is pretty much on par with everything I've seen from Red. And Red says just passing. Okay, so here's the John Swordsman. And is that the hero? Ah, there's the hero. Okay, so I'm trying to remember now. So it's this hero does movement speed, I believe. I would love some help from chat on that. I believe this hero is movement speed for anything in the radius. And Josh tilling teal. I distract you, go snipe. Chat, the problem I've had today is that there's too much chat. We've gotten this far. I cannot follow the amount of chat. Everyone's too good at it now. I'm missing stuff. There's like the left side of my screen is lit up with chat all the time. Anyways, red and yellow up against each other now. We've got the new fire archers. We've got the Xian swordsman. Sorry, that's a monk. These swordsmen have a lot of armor. But only 70 base HP, so it could be worse. Could be better. And Gray cleared up what Blue had over here. That's a big army doing a whole lot of nothing now. I think the War Wagons are probably okay if they have a little bit of a meat shield. And wait, Gray is dead? Gray is dead. And we're going to pretend we saw that. And it was just Teal rolling into town with the Janbei Riders and the Traction Trebuchets. What in the world? Did Teal say anything ahead of that? Blue said, Teal, where are you headed? And, well, the king gets sniped. Sorry, chat. Really struggled today. Nice job there from the Mongol... sorry, not the Mongol player. I assumed he'd be the Mongol player because of the name. And so now Gray's out of the picture. So first one down, that corner freed up. That is a really good trade corner. And Gray's going to be kicking himself for that one because that was not exactly a fast raid, right? That was pretty slow move there. The markets go down, though. So the trade will all get disrupted if it was headed that direction. And Teal says this is the way. So that might be our title. That's now 2 players he's killed. He says this is the way. And red really needs some help against yellow now. So I don't remember the cost of these. Wait a second. I just saw them regenerating. Did I get the hero effect wrong? I could have sworn that this was the civilization. I didn't think this civilization had the regen. Oh, I guess they're all of their infantry just regenerations as a civ bonus. That's still so weird to me, man. You want like introduce the heroes. That's kind of one thing, but then one hero heals and then another civ just has that as a bonus. Anyways, I'll get used to it, I guess. I think it's all their infantry. This unit's armor is ridiculous. 6 melee armor, 9 pierce armor. It's crazy. It doesn't look like it have a lot of pierce armor compared to other units you're used to having pierce armor. Like, I don't know, like a Golem or an Eagle. But that's why the wagons weren't able to do too much. I am completely overwhelmed with how much is happening on my screen. But I can tell you that red is going to die. Red is going to die big time. And blue turning now on orange, who doesn't have a lot of army yet, is clearly playing the late game here. We've got the new boats, the loose swans, onto the castle. Now, I think there's a tower behind there where the king probably is. And yellow is defending his honor because Higher Gear is telling everyone, help, yellow wants to steal the Krusty Krab recipe. And yellow's like, yo, he started it. Like, don't look at me like I'm a bully here. He started it. And Teal says that he's on the way to help Josh. Okay. Ooh, castle. Oh, dude, I haven't seen the dragon ships yet. Let's go. What are these, beefy fires? All right, dragon ships. It feels like it's not very safe to have that much flame against so much, you know, dry roof. But this game's never been realistic anyways. Castle's up. I'm still wondering how blue is affording all of this. Like, has no gold income, still has 7k gold. Blue needs to kill some people. If you don't have trade, it's going to be problematic. The Mangadai are here now from Skillzoo to support red. Mangadai should be a little better against these than the War Wagons just because of the firing speed. The damage output's kind of similar, but you do have to micro them. And I think green's a little distracted. There's also an army here from red, though. Hand cannons is a great play. Man, these units are insanely strong. They're so good. I also don't know the cost, but I don't think they're that expensive. Nice shot from orange to come onto water with some navy. Not a lot of docks, though, so that could probably be improved. One less dock now. Demos come in. Oh, demos on the Lancers? And demos are just going to go for the ships. Guys, how did this happen? Green's got castles in the north. The trade is going down now for yellow. The Skillzoo was able to sneak his way into the back, and that completely disrupts the trade route. That's more helpful than any of the army was here. 6 stuff from Skillzoo, who still needs to defend himself. And oh my god, the 11 trebs! That needs to be protected as well. So the only trade route that I really thought was strong in the north gets disrupted beyond Genghis Khan's. And I guess also Josh's. They're still trading from this corner down to this corner. Those two are my favorite to win the game right now. Even though orange is being attacked. Oh, wait a second. I'm not going to miss this one. He said this is the way. He said he's here to help. I don't know if this is a helping party or if this is a hurting party. Surely he's got to make his move. He's got to make his move now. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? There's the king there! The king moved! You got to run the other way now. Orange, you got to run the other way. You got to get out. You got to run to another castle, if there even is one. That's a lot of military. The castle's on the move. Orange is running. Teal will take the castle down. Teal will send the army after that king. Isn't worried about killing the lancers. Isn't worried about killing the siege. Just wants to kill the king. Is it possible for Orange to hide anywhere? There's a town center. Oh, and there's castles down here. Orange will be fine. I think Orange will be fine. Yeah, Orange will be fine. He didn't actually keep moving. His castles are right here. But I think his lancers can clear this up. The green. Seemingly somewhat okay here. Doesn't look like things are amazing. And then Orange is losing the rest of the eco. Like, this is still not a good situation for Orange overall because of this. Oh, and then also, all of Orange's trade will die. Yeah, but I think Teal should die as well, right? If Teal's a mastermind, Teal isn't trading to this corner anymore. Wow, actually, TC went down. Oh, guys, he deleted it. He just did, but you can delete a dead ally's building. And he had to ally Gray again. And he deleted it and almost got the king snipe. Wow, I didn't think he had a chance there. Forgot about that. So it's the Iron Pagodas. And then it's also the Lancers there for Josh, who's second in score right now. So again, his stockpiles are decent. Stockpiles are insane, 23k. All about trade in the late game. Which is why this was a really big play from green. Yellow still is 20k gold, though. And Josh is asking Teal why. Like, why do this? Why are you attacking me right now? I think it's going to be a bit of a grind here. If I were a betting man, I'm always betting with the players who have the trade set up. Orange is still trading. I don't know who Orange is trading to. Orange might be trading to, like, Purple's market or something. Teal's still trading, which also could be the same. Blue doesn't have a proper trade route still. Like, I'm seeing 0 gold workers. At least, like, trading on water or something would be good. Blue's just kind of sending everything to kill what Orange has in this area. And to be fair, it's working. And then red does have some trade. And I guess, I guess this is decent. I guess that's something. It's not as good as some of the other areas, but still all right. Green's going to lose his castle finally. The fighting continues between the Way and the Jerchins here. Imagine a castle on this hill right now, just to protect that choke point. Could be so strong. This might turn into a situation where Orange only has this corner in the trade, though. Like, I'm not seeing a lot of farms. I'm not seeing a whole lot else. And all of this is probably going to go down. The yellow finally takes out the castles. Man, the traction trebs just take a long time to take down buildings, though, right? Teal coming through. So Cap's Rage doesn't show it, but this unit's first attack has multiple arrows. And then it recharges. So here, I'll show you again. There's a couple villagers from Orange. Once these units attack, you'll see what I mean. The castle's on the way down. Tiger Cav are really strong. I think Tiger Cav might be the best thing that you can commit to in combination with your other units here, the Jianbeis. Yeah, you could see now they're on the single arrows. They'll fire more arrows than that soon. But yeah, this is where the trade's going. They're both actually trading with Purple's market. And Orange is taking more losses. Red is down here as well. getting raids in. Like, it feels like everybody versus orange. And then, of course, you still have green and yellow duking it out over here. And the Hussars are doing okay. Hussars don't cost gold, so this is completely fine for green. You'll take those engagements. There's a real lack of siege right now for Josh. And he'll come down here, I think, to clear this up so his trade can still fight. Funny to me that they're both trading with purple. That is a very important market right now. Because teal is not trading with yellow. Yellow is pretty much walled up to prevent that. Maybe it's not to prevent it, because I guess yellow was trading with teal as well at some point. Scrappy, dude.
Yes.
There's stockpiles, and then there's total wood count. 160,000 wood left on the map. Most wood in the bank is Josh. And still 20k on gold. Or 20k gold, despite the rest of the base going down here. Wow, look at I just saw that blue sold off a bunch of stone for gold, and then the gold disappeared. It doesn't look like the gold is disappearing into trade production, though. Okay, actually, now that I say that, there is trade production. Castle still not down for teal. But these iron pagodas, sorry, are on the way. And red. Wait, so red was attacking gray the whole time? I thought red was attacking orange the whole time, but apparently it was just attacking gray's buildings. Now is attacking, and now is in the trade route. Yeah, great call, Spit Oven. I think there's no better map for a Wonder Victory. It's so big. It's so hard for people to move around the map. It makes a lot of sense if you're in yellow's position to think about a wonder, if you're in teal's position to think about a wonder. Like, this map was made for a Wonder Victory. And Josh says, why red? Well, that's because red is on Team Blue, and Team Blue is against you. But Josh has been attacked a lot. This is, hey, yellow, just you. They're all versus me. I will help you as much as possible. And, I mean, we'll see if they can really help each other. They're really far apart. Oh my god, green! Protect your trebs! Protect your trebs! Yellow says, well, red and green are killing me right now. And red says, I took orange's trade, go Patrick. So, SpongeBob Fanatic continues. Guys, I'm just impressed. The stockpile's still really good for orange. 35 trade, 31 on wood. Has 5k food, but I don't know how long that will last. This is a grind, dude. I'm really curious how Heavy Scorpion will do against these infantry units. Because only 70 HP, you would think that Scorpions are going to shred them. I would still think Magadite are going to shred them. And I guess they kind of do if they have a meat shield. They have high pierce armor, but they're slow. But I guess if they get in close, good luck stopping them. The teal now with the Guang Cavalry. So you have 10 melee armor with this Civ's cap. Because they get extra 4 pierce armor. So you have the 10 pierce, and then the iron kabotas. What is wrong with me? Pagodas. They eat the first shot, meaning they don't take damage from the first shot from the melee unit. But after that, they're going to receive that damage. Yeah, this unit becomes like... Their stats will change a little bit when their HP goes down, but Oh, Capture Rage does pick up on it. Okay. So they actually get more attack as their HP is really low. Kind of hard to notice that. But in theory, that makes them a little bit stronger than 70 HP. And whatever the base attack is. I'm still impressed that Blue's been able to make so much army. The trade is now flowing. It's not great, but it's there. So more gold income. I think if things continue, orange and yellow are probably toast. But man, dude, these units are insane. I think the Jurchen Lancers Isn't it all their mounted units attack 20% faster? I think that's what it is. And that's probably why a mix of Lancers makes a lot of sense here. Capture Age lagging. Green making progress, though. What more can you do as the Wu here? I'm thinking through what I know. The Wu unique unit probably doesn't help. I don't think the Fire Archer is going to do too much against this army comp. Mongols, insanely strong. It's just the reality of it. Red coming back, making a push here. And this is where this is Orange's last stand. This is pretty much all of Orange has in terms of fortifications. Still has protected this market. They're basically fighting over this market. They're both still trading to it. Ooh, Orange got an army through. And Teal didn't actually wall all of this. No way, right? Josh says, well played, Blue. I resign to you. And Blue says, well played. And Josh says, I shall be a loyal servant. Yeah, but this Orange is speaking as if Orange is going to resign. And that's not going to happen. That's what Blue probably thinks those words mean. That's not going to happen. Blue says, if you want to be loyal, delete all your castles. Yeah, there you go. Be a loyal servant now and delete your castles. No way, dude. This is the way you go out? After saying this is the way? I mean, I don't think it's enough. Orange doesn't delete the castles. Blue's still making a push. Orange will delete them for him. Obviously, Teal may be distracted and doesn't realize this is happening. That is not enough cav to take down that castle. And so, Teal will survive. Purple's market is gone now. So now I think the trade for Teal and the trade for Orange will stall. Red has gotten attack now into Yellow's base. Yeah, Yellow and Orange are going to be in big trouble. And Orange says, I'm not sure how I can prove my loyalty to you like this. And now he's getting desperate. And Josh says, Teal, Blue wants me to snipe you. Now he says that to Blue. And he also just tried to snipe Teal? So he's telling someone he just tried to kill that someone else wants to kill him? Or something? I don't know. Red says to Blue, Orange says you want to betray me. Why, Patrick? Why? I love higher gear. It's a lot of crazy energy for me to handle right now, but I mean, Orange is clearly not going to ally Blue at any point in time here. And Orange is going to make a run for it. Maybe Orange makes a move. Like, this castle hasn't repaired at all. But Teal does have army in the way. Blue says, Orange is telling everyone I will betray, but I will never betray. It says that to the team. Just making sure Green's aware. Making sure Red's aware. Treason research from Blue, though. Probably to find out where the king from Orange is. I'm impressed with Blue. Crazy push. I don't know how, like, sometimes in Black Forest games, you'll see the super top pros delay their trade for a very long time and go for army first. But in community games, it's almost always trade first. Orange. Army running through. Teal sees it. Didn't see the previous army. So it says, lol, Orange. But Orange is making a run for your king. If Orange snipes this king, I will be insanely impressed. Sorry. This is desperation time. And when it's desperation time, you just have to send it and hope you can go for glory. And this isn't walled. Like, this is still not walled. Teal still thinks that this is fully walled. Those two pieces were never built. The army is still running through. This is crazy, dude. Hey, here he goes. Yellow researches treason now, maybe thinking about where someone's king is. Oh, Yellow's gonna use his king to boom somebody. Yellow's king is in a siege tower there on the shoreline. But this is not walled, Teal. Now, I think Teal will notice this because Teal was actually chasing. So Teal could hop into the other castle and then maybe have greater chances. Teal, you got to be careful here, pal. Orange could get you. Fortified wall! Your wall is a hole! You can't fortify a hole! Guys, I think this castle... You got to jump now, Teal. Right on the left side before he repositions. Look, he knows that he might make a run for it. So he has the other group waiting. It's really tough to snipe with melee units. But if anything could do it, it would be a Lancer. The king will eject. There it goes! Oh, that's so unfortunate for Orange. That's so unfortunate. He was just there. He was just there. You don't know exactly how the king's gonna move. That's a good play, though. I still salute that. That's a really good play. Meanwhile, blue is making a push. Meanwhile, yellow is exploded. Wait. Damn it. What is happening today? Guys, can we all agree to not do all the crazy stuff at the same time? Okay? Jeez, does this have to be a rule? The entire day, everyone's being omega smart and going all at the same time. Okay, yellow's over here. I'm sorry. And he wants to kill green. Green is on the move. Maybe green spotted this. This is as this was happening. So there will be an explosion from that carcass. Yeah, green definitely spotted it. So green's going to make a move. Green's king is... Yeah, green's king is going to be fine. Crazy stuff. I'll show the explosion here. This will hurt green, though. And this will also free up a lot of the wall. There we go. And teal obviously survives. And yellow's out of the game. Orange says, let me boom someone, please, blue. Maybe it is bad enough where orange actually feels the need. Yeah, I mean, I refuse to think orange is going to lose. Orange has nothing. And he says, boom, teal, run king west, ally me. And I will ally you. Yeah, that's possibly a good deal. And Josh says, I am dead. As proof, I will send you all my food and gold. And just sold all the gold. Had like... No, I think just bought stone with the gold. This is not a player who's going to give up. Dude. This is pretty slick. Okay, let me go back for a second. Okay, I want you to watch bottom left, chat. Bottom left, okay? Because this is new. I've never seen this. Okay, so at this point, 1,000 food, let's say, and 6K gold, right? And then the message didn't come in yet. Okay, and I will ally you. Okay, I'm dead. As proof, I will send you all my gold and food. So his 5,600 gold. And then I think just spends all of that on buying stone. And then sends what's left. Which is hilarious. And technically it's true. At that point, right? Technically it's true. Didn't lie. Yeah, but I really think Josh wants to bring this back. I don't think he's going to go boom somebody. No one buys that stone. I mean... having seen it before, having seen him play before under the name Slump, he literally changed his name because he's won a couple times before. I think he's got some belief here that this is somehow still doable if they can forget about him. He says, can you send me 150 gold for a siege tower? That's true. He doesn't have the gold for a siege tower. And blue sends the gold. All right. I mean, maybe we'll see the siege tower. There is going to be a siege tower. Okay. I mean, he could just siege tower around the map, never explode, and then reboom. But teal's coming. Teal's angry. Teal is not happy about that snipe attempt. And now yellow's out of the picture, so teal doesn't have to worry about that. Yeah, you waited way too long, Orange. You waited way too long. You needed to make your move. Genghis Khan is on the way. And he can this time. Red is here as well. Krusty Krab special coming up. Skillzoo. Pretty powerful army here. Skillzoo might need to make a play on blue or red at some point. They've been pretty strong allies this game. And, oh, now, Orange says, Teal, just so you know, Blue wants me to snipe you. I will snipe him instead if you give me the chance. And Teal says, okay. But then Red is here. Someone has to let Red know. So Blue wants that king to boom Teal, and Teal wants that king to boom Blue. And then Red just wants to kill. Red's like Krusty Krab pizza. Also, look at the town center regenerate. That's the tech for the Jurchens where their fortifications regen. That applies to TCs. Forgot about that for a second. I would never, ever, ever put my king inside Blue Siege Tower. But you might not have much choice. Like, does Orange even have a dock? Like, how is Orange supposed to get to Blue? Again, that's like the positive of this position. The negative is you can't push easily, but Blue's done a pretty good job considering that. Blue's army is pushing Teal away. And Teal says, Blue betrayed me. And Red says, really? How dare he? Skillzoo, every time Skillzoo plays in a community game, Skillzoo looks like they're not having fun. They look like they're genuinely not having a good time. Skillzoo is top scorer and says, I'm scared, I hate this. And Orange says, I will be right back, Blue. Baby woke up. I trust you to protect me. Put your king in my tower. Well, so does Orange actually have to go attend to their baby? Or is this to buy some time? What is wrong with Red? Red is so freaking funny. No one else has had Red's energy this game. Red says, Blue green, let's get him. Kill Orange first. Ha 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 ha. Just laughing nonstop. And says, I'm ready. One unit there from Teal left over is attacking Blue Siege Tower. And I guess we should look at stockpiles. Let's check APM, actually. Is Orange here? I can't really tell. It is very low right now. So I think Orange might have actually left. I'm seeing slight movement. Maybe it's dropping down to 0. I wish I could do a view lock. What? Where are they going? Oh, yeah, your baby? You mean your stone? Oh, man, I mean, I don't know if this person has a child. Or if it's an imaginary child, but I think this player is actually here. Doing some stuff. Says, Teal, can you send me some res? Certainly acting like they're AFK right now, though. And Green has now brought the army over to Teal. And I thought this was going to happen eventually. Green needs to make a move on somebody instead of waiting around. Theo in all caps says, who lies about their baby to win a video game? I hate Orange. Calm down. Calm down. The baby could be real. You don't know. Maybe he's really good at multitasking. He says, I will help you win, for I respect the great Khan, and Blue is trying to bully me into booming myself in you. And Blue says, Orange, if you don't respond to me, I attack. That would be awkward if he was actually with his baby right now. He's like changing a diaper, and then he gets killed. But yeah, I think Blue is kind of aware that Orange is trying to do something sneaky. And Orange says, sorry, Blue. Did you not see my message before? Yeah, you're playing dumb. You're doing a good job at playing dumb. He says, king in my siege tower. Kill that Teal unit. He says, baby woke up, had to go for a sec. Now I'm back. Uh-huh. Any parents here want to tell me how much time it takes to attend to a baby that just woke up if there's no one else there? Probably takes a little bit longer than that, right? Yeah. That siege tower is being attacked. Also, here's red again. Red wants a taste. Blue says you die now. I mean, isn't teal allied to orange though? Blue, you can't actually kill him because the siege tower is gonna die. Bro, what in the world? The king is in the TC. What was in there? Am I crazy? Did he hop out? It was a villager. It was a villager. He actually got me. He got me so good. He got me so freaking good. Okay, red is excited. Red's like, I'm coming. Ha 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 ha. Red having fun. And blue is sick of orange, and now orange is running for it. I mean, props to orange for really giving it his all. But I think that king is going to die now. And probably good riddance as far as blue's concerned. Blue's like, that was not worth the headache. And Josh goes down. We'll have lots of time to attend to his child now. Josh goes down. That was a good fight. Crazy battle over here. Holy cavalry. This is ridiculous. A lot more units, though, for teal. We've got the meat shield in the front. The cav archers behind. This is a crazy battle. And I don't think green has any chance at winning this unless the numbers change. Red is pumped that orange has gone down and says celebration Krabby Patties. It says on to teal. Yeah, that's a problem for you, teal. Everybody's going to be against you now. Every single player. Because yellow's out of the picture. I think if teal and yellow worked together, they could have been a pretty strong force. But they never really worked together. How on earth is teal supposed to conquer the rest of the world on their own from this corner? That's got to be really difficult. Green is potentially going to lose ground here, but once support comes in from others, it could be okay. It's kind of tough, though, right? Like, the map's so massive. They built their production building so far away. It is going to be tough for them to consistently get over there, especially if they have slower units. And, yeah, it is kind of interesting. Of the 4 remaining civilizations, 3 of them were not a part of the DLC. So the Koreans, the Chinese, and the Mongols are saying you shouldn't belong. Now look at green spamming all those hussars there. I'll check stockpiles again. Green's got plenty of food. Gold count's not that high for anybody. But there are gold workers for everyone except for teal. Teal's just got 1 gold worker. So I think once these units go down, teal will start to lose ground. The king for teal still in these castles. It looks like the gate was added. This is all walled up now. And blue says, after teal, what is the plan? And Skillsoo says, red, I'm fine with second or Bombard Cannon King fight. Okay, so that's smart to think ahead. Red has been a loyal servant, though. Would anyone else be sad to see red killed like that? I don't know. Oh, blue said, wait, blue said the same thing. My closest ally, after teal, what is the plan? And then red says, only to you, blue, get Squidward. Who's Squidward? Is that green? I don't know who Squidward is. I mean, it's smart from blue to talk to everybody to get a feel for what they're thinking. I don't know who Squidward is here. Obviously, higher gear has been... They've been higher than a kite. And a big fan of SpongeBob the entire game. So if you don't know SpongeBob, you don't know the Squidward reference. I guess maybe that's teal. Oh, red's got an army here. Making a move for a castle. I mean, teal needs to Diplo their way out of the situation. Oh, dude, this looks so sick. Oh, man. 12-year-old me would be losing his mind. I mean, 32-year-old me is losing his mind. That's sick. Units across a bridge, firing up the hill. Cliffs all around. River. Oh, it's beautiful. Blue says sounds good, but who is Squidward? And, oh! Oh, shoot. Red is turning on green. Red is turning on green. Everyone has underestimated red because of the SpongeBob references. Red could kill green right now. And I don't think green is realizing this. This is a crazy play from red. 982 elo. The king is moving for green, and green's into the next castle. Now, this does slow down the push on teal, so this could actually be something that red eventually regrets. And also, Korean Cavalier, the worst Cavalier in the game. So this might not be enough to finish off without the surprise tactics. Teal says the last one to turn me back to ally gets boomed now. And we'll see if anyone takes the deal. Teal's still being attacked by red. The king is out, and I think he's serious. He's serious. This is not a lie. Skills, who says, I don't listen to threats, I listen to bombs. Well, what about a bomb threat? That's kind of the same thing, isn't it? Guys, the king is in there. You can't see... Oh, he's right behind. Okay. This is a lot of distraction. You could probably run past castles with this. This is doable to get pretty far into someone's base. Red is leaving now. Red is scared that maybe blue will attack eventually. Red does not kill green and never had a chance because the hussars are here. And it's Korean Cavalier. And there goes the king. No, just don't have your king on the back! No, you can't have your king on the back, bro! Oh, you have to have two separate groups. Yikes. The king's always a coward. He's always behind. And he gets sniped by the castle, and Genghis says, this is the way. Oh, man. Okay, well, we got the three we thought we were going to have. Well played, Teal. It's still a very good game. And Red says, Patrick, I may have made a mistake and went to green too soon. And then says, oh, wait, never mind. Red, I don't understand half of what you're saying. But now green's obviously attacking red. I think blue just has to. I don't think you want to choose the losing side now and defend red. Yeah, all the DLC civilizations have been killed. Reddit was right. Oh my god. We could decide once he is gone, says Deborah. Yes, they're going to decide how they finish this off because they've been friends for a long time, right? Red, though... If Red's going to send their king into anyone's eco, it's probably not going to be blue's. So blue shouldn't attack, in my opinion. Red does have a lot of towers, and green doesn't have siege, so maybe red's okay. Blue says, sorry, army is slow, which is probably true because the army's all forward. But Skills is getting impatient now. It says, I don't want to rush you, but I'd suggest attacking. Yeah, but if blue does that, then blue loses trade. There's actually no incentive for blue to attack. But blue has told both sides the army is slow, which is true. Which is true. The army's here. You could even signal it and say, hey, it's going to take me some time. Red is held. Doesn't have a lot of golden wood, though. And then Skillzoo also doesn't have a lot of golden wood. This is bad enough where if green and red settled their differences and tried to team up against blue, I think this game would never end. Green's got very little remaining. A lot of ills died this game. Not a lot of wood left. That's a TC in the middle of nowhere. Maybe there's a good view of that waterfall. But, yeah, I mean, we'll see how red chooses to finish this. Red gearing up for a big battle. And blue says, if you have any gold, I take because my trade will die. Yeah. But you actually have more gold than everyone else, which is the crazy thing. And that's only 2,000. I think stables here from blue would be good, but blue doesn't really have any stables. Just light cav spam could be decent here with 80k food. Debris knows I've got this game in the bag. I will win this as long as I don't misstep. So has to manage this perfectly. Says Red, you seem to be standing there menacingly. And Red just says, where? He's like, where am I menacing? Red's hilarious. Red is so freaking funny, dude. You never know. You can never predict what's going to come out of his mouth yet next. The skills who actually sent some gold to blue. A very good ally. Because Skillzoo does not have a lot. I think blue will fight red. It seems legitimate. Maybe it makes sense for blue to try and relocate the trade. Click all the trade carts to the south, build a new market, and then you can still trade with green. That could be a lot of work, though. Dang. Yo, Tiger Eye, you're welcome for the content. Thanks for the 49 months. Thank you, Revers, for the 19. Foxdale, Guardian Angel. Hello, guys. And Higher Gear says, no, Patrick, no. What are you seeing here, Red? Did blue just take out a castle here a second ago? Took out a tower, sorry. Yeah, so I think that was what red was reacting to. It's just the rocket carts taking down the tower. Blue says, you always in the awards. I never win any awards. Okay. How much wood is left right now? 47k. Who knows where it is? And finally, they turn. So blue turns on red. Blue's destined to lose all this trade once red returns the favor. Red is destined to lose the trade. However, I think red was trying to make a play, and blue locked the gates. Or no, maybe the units are just sitting there. It looks like they can't get through, but the trade's still moving through. I don't know if this is completely walled. You might be able to pass there. And red realizes, so yeah, now the trade will go down to the towers and the castles. So that'll free up pop space. Blue also has tons of vills over here chopping trees. That's all going to die as well. And all right. Let's see if blue can finish it. Let's see if green will help. Does green have a lot left to support here? Was kind of expecting green to have an army. Bro, green's got nothing. Green's got basically nothing here. Green can't really support at all. I mean, green has this army that green can micro, but that's about it. Okay, now the gates are locked. And blue realizes this is a vulnerability. Yeah, I'm assuming what red is saying are SpongeBob references. Like I said, I know like some of the more basic SpongeBob references, but I don't remember them all. I think red is also playing with people that don't know some of the references. Seems like some people in chat pick up on it. Blue's making a lot of progress right now. Red needs a response to this. War wagons would be a good option. But it's going to be a slow crawl to kill the Koreans here. Ah, there's an episode where SpongeBob wins a lot of trophies. Oh, okay. So that was Blue referencing an episode. Red saw it. Red says, I will give you an award. What do you want? Anyone remember what the awards were? Sorry, guys. They've hit a wall financially. And not only financially, but like literally. There's still the massive wall in the middle of the map. There's the wall of water they have to move through. Very awkward to move around. And Blue's Fire Lancers hop out. I think considering these are Korean Cavalier, it's just an easy win for Blue. But that's a lot of Cavalier. And if there's no army to support the Rams and the Trebs, they'll go down pretty quickly here. Skills who says camel with 18 on golds and 11 on food. Well, at least move these camels in. If you move these camels in, you should be fine. I think green is just like stuck right now and has no clue what to do. Is trying to add more vills onto farms, it seems. Yeah, all the TCs are producing vills at the moment. Getting them somewhere. And then green will be able to help. Chat, should we try 10 times tech shared civ bonus mod with the new DLC Civilizations next? keep in mind, it's very likely everything will break. It might not work. I don't know if WDW Kid's around and he was able to get a test in. I think it's worth a shot. I mean, I kind of want to just pick the new DLC civilizations and then have 3 other people go random, honestly. But maybe we could take it beyond that. All right, a couple of chatters are saying it works. Sick. Okay. Oh, WDW Kid says it works. Nice. It's a crazy map. Really cool map. I'm really impressed with the fact that the final 3 in this game are in this position. I would have said that the position next to the water was the worst possible position, guys. But I guess this trade route is just not a trade route that players ever really thought about. So much more difficult to play long-term when you're not sitting in a corner. Like a proper corner. This is not a proper corner. This is a proper corner. This is a proper corner. And then obviously this. Don't want to leave this corner out. Also, there's a 9 and there's an 8 there. That's something. Red, you're out of steam, my friends. You're out of steam. You have no trade. You have towers. You have a wasteland of a town. And everything's slowly crawling down. What will you do with that king? It's kind of crazy. It says Red has more army. I don't know where that army is. I'm seeing units here. That's a pig. There's some monks. There's some trade carts. Green says to us, I hate it. I'm sure Debris' king is in the corner. If there's any way you see, tell in stream. Tell in stream? I don't see a way, so I'll help Debris and hope for the best. I don't think that was Green saying, like, tell me via the stream chat. I don't think that's what they meant. That's what it sounded like to me, though. Green's been around a long time. I don't think that's what. I think Green's like talking to chat because they changed their chat messages, trying to let stream know their feelings. I think it was directed at us. If there's any way you could tell in stream. Yeah, so Green is like, you could probably tell that I feel like I have no chance to find this king. But I mean, if you look here, from Green's perspective, if you take a look-see, there is 1 flag. Well, 3 flags, but you know. So it might be doable, but not if you wait any longer. The longer you wait, the worse it is. And I think it's gotten to the point now where Red is going to die. Guys, we have Josh in chat. He says, hey, I am Josh, and I just wanted to say that I actually have a baby that wakes up 2 to 3 times a night and just needs like 30 seconds to a minute to fall back asleep. Okay, bro. But, and I believe you, did the baby fall asleep or wake up in that instance? Did you actually leave? Or like, was that just, you do have a baby and you know, felt it was a nice excuse? If you won the game when your kid grew up, you could say, hey, we won this. Look at us. We're on YouTube, you know? Other parents refuse to believe that, apparently. They're jealous that your kid goes right back to sleep. Higher Gear says, Gary distracted me. And, again, don't know who Gary is exactly in this context, but Red, you have to use your king. Like, that's the game mode, right? At this point, you're pretty much out of the picture. And your king hopefully moves faster than the snail. You have to... This is not a survival mode anymore for you. Yeah, I know who Gary is in the... Like, in the show. I meant, like, I don't know who Gary is in the game. You've got to try and get this king to somebody's base to use it. Skills you says, never mind, 11. I'll try it, but I guess she'll see it. Okay, so Green's going to make a move. So actually, the longer this takes for Red to die, the better this is for Green's chance. I guess Green probably noticed it. Probably looked and saw the flag like we did moments ago. Man, dude, Chat, should we go back and should we look at the APM? I think there's a couple parents in chat right now that refuse to believe that he stepped away for a child. Yo, Prince with 20 gifted. Let's go. Thank you, Prince. It's all good for me. I'm not that invested into it, but we'll probably check it. King's on the move again from Red. I think Red just doesn't want to die. Prince, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Red having fun in their final moments. There has not been a player today that has looked as though they had this much fun in a game. But Red, I'm not going to lie. The whole running around delaying the inevitable thing, not my favorite. Unless it sets up Green. Where are those transport ships? There was more of them. Oh, dude, that's so smart. You put the transport ships behind your castle foundation. Now, Blue, at a certain point here, you've got to realize, I mean, they said they were going to reboom. This has been quite some time, right? But yeah, like it's almost as if Red said, hey, I'll buy you time. That isn't what has happened at all, but it's giving Green an opportunity. The Skillsy says, my boom isn't going that well, but gold is coming from your harbor, 11. That seems like a normal chat message from Skillzoo. That does not seem like a deceitful chat message. Green also sent Rez to Red to act like a bro. All smart things. I did a terrible job with trade this game. They're like friends, just chatting. They are never... What Blue is never expecting that Green is actually going to betray. Never in a million years. There's Mangadai and there's Trebs. That's enough. That is definitely enough. The only awkward thing is this wall. Chat, would you say this is fully walled? I think it might be. I can't tell if units... It looks like you could maybe walk over there. I don't know. Like, this... I'm kind of thinking there's even a hole there. But will the player assume that? I don't know. Red's still not resigning. Red's still not booming with the king. Gives Green time, but, I mean, this is a gift, dude. This is a freaking gift. This period of relaxation for Green. And Green's talking to chat. Says, game plan is wait for Red's king and then boom debris, and it won't work at all. Have some faith, my child. Have some faith in yourself. It won't work at all? If you go into anything in life and say it won't work at all ahead of time, what do you think the result is going to be? You go kill yourself on that player. What? No, sorry. Don't kill yourself. Sorry, I thought you were booming the king. That's my message to Red. My message to Green is you go kill Blue. But, oh, man. Red says, why did you forsake me? Now I have to transport my king to your base. Red trying to throw him off the scent. And Blue says, very clever. And Skillsy says, what did he wonder? Skillsy just completely missed it. Just complete whoosh moment. Guys, Red has 20k food. I don't know what Red's going to do with it. Like, I guess Red's chopping trees. Red's, like, creating vills. So it's not like Red's doing nothing. But Red has nothing. And Red says to me now, sorry for dragging it out. Well, it's okay. Thanks for apologizing, I suppose. This would be way more annoying if Green wasn't doing this. Let's go! He says, I got pulled by some working kids, but now I'm back in. You got pulled from... Who has a job and who has kids? Don't believe it. We were scarred earlier. We don't believe these things. We think everything's a backstory for Diplo. Krabs will be proud of my cooking, says Higher Gear. Let's see it. All right. Blue trusted Green. Blue trusted Green. Skills who says to chat, Debris knows, right? Stop talking to us. Go finish the job here, Skills dude. This is the game. This is your life. You can do it. You can do it. Oh, no. You got to get in there. Blue has a chance here. You have to delete wall and eject the left side. Delete wall, eject left side. Wait, where's the king? Oh, the king is in the tower. The king is in the tower. There's a bit more time for Blue. There's a bit more time for blue. Delete your wall. No, Skillzoo. If only you believed. If only you didn't think this would fail, it would have worked. No way. Okay, so all hell breaks loose. Red is like in the process of dying, by the way. King from blue continuing to run, which is crazy. No. I don't know if you need to continue to run. Oh, you can still run. Wow, it almost feels like maybe the Mangudai don't have husbandry, but then again, the king is fast. Blue continues to move into a dangerous direction. And Debris now turns on on green. Oh my god. No way, dude. No way. King is still like moving around. And I really don't like how much it's moving. Like it's getting way too close to the action. I think it's just the pathing. Like, where are we going here, pal? That's not your wall, Blue. You can't delete that. The only opening you had was the gate. Guys, the blue is trapped. How long does it take 20 skirmishers to kill a piece of fortified wall? Oh, God. I don't know what happened. Red is talking about Krabby Patties. The king is just chilling next to the wall. Blue's bringing home everything. Green doesn't see it, though, right? Green doesn't see it. If only green researched treason right now. I don't know if green has the gold for that. Green does not have the gold for that. Dude, it's right there. Green, it's right there. 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 Oh my god. I'm sorry. I got really loud. I probably woke up Josh's kid. Don't worry. He'll be back to sleep in another 5 seconds. Oh god. The Mangudai are there. The Mangudai are there. The Mangudai. No. Jeez, dude. This feels scripted right now. This feels scripted. Okay. Blue back inside the castle. Everything was fine. Lost the entire eco, though. And Blue's like, are you done doing this now? He says, now we finish red. I mean, feels bad for Blue because Blue is the only one actually actively fighting red. I still don't know what red's plan is. Red has 24 vills. And, like, no trees. So... Okay, Skillsy says, if you actually trust me, I'll give you the win for free now. Okay. Yeah. And Blue says, help me finish red. I think green actually means that. I think green felt a little bad going into that. But it was so close, dude. It was so close. I wonder what the heart rate was like for blue there. And green's trebs will go down. The trebs are actually getting dangerously close to the castle where the king is. But I don't think green necessarily has any clue. They're just going to go try and kill red. Who's currently having problems fighting off yellow's guard tower with these hand cannons. So, yeah, red's having a tough time. I think red tried to place a TC here at some point. That's not going up. So maybe red was trying to do some sneaky stuff. And blue signals and basically is saying that red is over here. Yeah, you can't say that red isn't really trying here. Again, their stockpiles are just not good, guys. And there's no wood for most of them. There's only like 30k wood on the map, and it's not anywhere over here. So they're just absolutely stuck. And the map is just freaking massive. So it's going to take some time. I don't think red is ever going to boom anyone, by the way. Like, red apologized, like, for dragging it out or whatever. That's how red had said it, but, like, red's not booming anybody this game. Red's going to fight. I still it would be feeling kind of awkward moving forward if I'm blue. But I'd also feel awkward sitting in this castle because green could come back at any time. And there is still a transport ship there. So, but I think green's going to get the army together now. Yeah, this army actually just kills red. Should be the case. All the remaining wood is... Where is it? There's wood down here. Green's got it. See, red's building a TC there. Yeah, a lot of the wood's like in the mountains, which is super hard to get to. Not really efficient. Here comes green. Whew. What a game. We've had much longer games, though, believe it or not. It just gets a little rough when everyone... Well, when you don't have a proper trade route, which, again, amazing from green and blue to get here in the first place. How are they going to be the final two? And then also when the map's this large. Rams need to come in here first, Skillzoo. King is in that town center. Red's army not really in position to defend this. The army's over here. And the Mangudai might just do it on their own. I wonder if green clicked the TC or parked the Mangudai there without right-clicking. Well, no. Obviously, green clicked the TC. So what you want to do is you just put them on stand ground, then you don't click anything. They'll auto-kill the Vills, and then they'll auto-attack the town center, and then the second the king hops out, you auto-kill the king. The red is dead anyways. The Skillzoo pays attention, and Skillzoo pays his debt. His debt to blue. And salutes in chat for higher gear. We enjoyed the SpongeBob references. We enjoyed the fight. The fight that you had actually gave green that opportunity. But I think at this point, it seems like they might make some type of a deal between these two. And that deal is war. Blue says, let's just fight it out. You played well. And Skillzoo says, I respect that very much. So, stockpiles. 500 wood for Debris. 900 wood for Skillzoo. 60k food for Debris. 5k food for Skillzoo. 31 golds for Debris. 2,500 gold and trade still for Debris. And that trade will, for Skillzoo. And the trade will continue because it's trading on water, which is completely safe. This could actually be close. Because the only thing that blue could realistically spam forever is Light Cav. And I'm assuming they have full upgrades. Okay, they do have full upgrades. But the other player has wood and gold. And can make Mangudai. And those Mangudai haven't come home yet. If these Mangudai come home, they clear all of this. Oh god, big demo. A transport came this way with nothing? Oh, the trade stopped because the dock went down. Okay. And blue's kind of running away. Doesn't have much of an eco over here. Doesn't have many vills at all. Just simply going through the res bank. The vills are here, I guess. I think Skillzoo will not believe that they can win this game. But I think Skillzoo can win this game. With these resources, it feels awkward. Oh, I don't know. Never mind. The resources aren't actually that good. But, I mean, with the army right now, like, this is a stalemate. There's no way that these camels and Mangudai can actually be pushed, and there's no way that blue can push into these castles. And then there might not be an easy way for green. Oh, God, blue's going this way! All of blue's vills are going to die. Yeah, they're just both going to be complete toast here, it feels like. The trade cogs actually click down here, but there's nothing of value down there at all. And blue's king comes forward to the castle. Green's king, Green's king was clicked to go into the castle, but he's, like, stuck there. He won't path around. Which, I mean, that could be a factor in a game with more resources, but I don't think that will happen. Yeah, they're both dead. I mean, green is 113 vills, so I guess green is not dead. Green is looking for trees. And might find some. Yeah, it's built some lumber camps. Walking around this way. Alright. At what point in the game is blue going to say, actually, let's make a deal? We're at 2 hours, 43 minutes. Blue is going to hit a big wall here soon. Only 5 vills. Blue is going to realize how crazy tough this is. Maybe blue doesn't try and go the cheap way out and try and make a deal. But I would say it probably makes sense to say, you know what? Let's do a deal. My best unit versus your best unit or something. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say it 20. We're gonna go 2 hours still and 46 minutes. I think it'll be soon. Blue's gonna see the amount of vills. Blue's gonna see the amount of castles and think there's no way. But knowing Debris might just give skills to the win. Seems like there's a decent amount of respect there. And Blue's castle's still up. There's no easy way for Green to take that out without siege, which I have not seen yet. Green's Mangadai are just chilling over here. Just hanging out. Forgotten about. Big map. Makes sense, I guess. Like have get cleared up. I know the king's in here, chat. It's all good. I just don't think Green has anything to kill it right now. Been a mind-numbing experience for these two. Yeah, Green's got the wood. And Green had some gold workers. I guess has relics, which are actually right there. Yeah, 2 relics right there. A demo on this castle wouldn't work. No. All right, here comes Green. So I think Green probably thinks there's like this. Oh my God, this is from Green's perspective. This is what Green thinks is here. That's so funny. No wonder Green was so hesitant. Green doesn't know that Blue wiped out everything throughout that earlier period of time. Yeah, there's nothing here anymore, Green. It's all been taken out. It's all wide open spaces. I'm sure Green also doesn't realize how little Blue has. Like, probably thinks Blue is 100 vills still. Blue's, like, trying to make more vills, but where are they going to go? There's no wood. Blue's like have looking around. Green says, I can't find my king. Honestly, very hard to find. Because I think it glitched out. You told the king to garrison here. And the game thinks it's in there somehow. Yeah, that wouldn't be a very good feeling. If only Blue had the gold to research treason. Oh, dude. I thought the siege tower gave vision on it. Can you imagine? But no, there's no way that Blue could just randomly go there. True, and the game might think the king is moving, so it might be hard to find it. So I think if you create a select king hotkey, I think it would go to it anyways. I don't actually have one. And what? Okay, the game ends. Nobody died. I think Debris dropped. And apparently the game crashed. And honestly, thank God. What I foresee happening here, if they stay in the game, is it takes another 30 minutes. Blue finally, like Skillzoo doesn't think they could win the game. Takes a little bit of time to build up the courage. A little back and forth talking. Maybe they make a deal because they really like each other. And then Green probably wins the game. Well played from Green to reboom, though. And well played from Green to go for that sniping attempt. I know Green didn't necessarily believe in it. But well played, everyone. That was a grind. This map was cool. It's not a really good map for really long games because the river cutting things off, the wall cutting things off, and then also, just this big body of water down here, it is rather difficult. And then with the lack of wood, it's also difficult. But I do want to point out, I find the worst possible position to be in the late stage is actually where the final 3 players were. If you just look at the positions everyone else started in, I'm going back to the start here. Like, you're always going to prefer all the wood in the space down here. You're always going to prefer, like, this corner, these wide open spaces. All this stuff is amazing. But then what you don't want is to be super crammed next to the water here, kind of stuck towards the middle. You don't want to be here where you can't trade long term. Unless you trade on water a little bit. And then red as well, like, doesn't have as much space to work with. So these 3 kind of fought together most of this game. Obviously, a lot happens. But yeah, well played to them because I just feel Like, I would always prefer to be in every other player's position. And again, large map, always going to be difficult. GG, everybody. I hope that was fun. We didn't really have a lot of, like, role-playing with the civilizations and the history that could be there, which that was fine by me, honestly. But anyways, GG, well played. There's the KD for you. Look through a couple of the other stats. Oh, poor Purple. Oh, Purple. I forgot about Purple, honestly. It was such a long game. I completely forgot what Purple did with that king. That king was in the worst position on the opposite side of the wall. I'm guessing that Purple lost, like, a Vil to a boar and then lost the king. So, yep, that's rough. Obviously, tons of action otherwise for the rest. There's the eco. Another game where trade profit's a big factor. For a while, I just kept thinking that Josh was going to have a chance to come back in the game, but they just would not trust him when he said that he was going to do something. And the reality is, it didn't really seem like he was going to be a man of his word when they gave him a lifeline. Like, Blue realized, we've just got to put a stop to this and just kill him off. But it took a lot of effort there. And I guess we have the APM. Blue, the fastest player in the game, it seems. Skills use pretty high up there near the end. But yeah, a lot going on. Who killed Teal again? Who was it that killed Teal? Looks like Purple killed Teal. Wait, no, that's wrong. Teal was killed by Blue. Yeah. So that was like kind of a team effort in many ways to kill Teal. Teal tried to run through the map, and that king could have made it into green space or anybody's base, but unfortunately got sniped by Blue's castle there. All right. It is meme review time. We'll see what memes we have. This could be an interesting one. We'll go to the Discord real quick. We'll load up the memes. I'll definitely see about getting another game here as well, guys. We'll try the 10 times deck. I just need to look at the memes. Also, the APM for orange. Okay. I feel like I'm picking on orange now. There was a period with very, very low movement for about a minute. So, you know, there was that. So, you know, maybe that, maybe he did step away there. Okay. Memes. What do we got? All right. Good stuff. All right, we ready? Rating is between 1 and 11. All right, you know the drill. Here are our memes. T90 explaining why the map size creates a bug in capture age affecting the farm graphics and resulting in the TC appearing on top of farms. T90 explaining why Korea is in Tibet for some reason. I did not actually think that that's where Korea was. All right? Not for a second. My brain was computing that what chat said was incorrect, and then I realized once I was reminded with the architecture. I mean, the fact that it's a SpongeBob themed meme with the other things in the game is pretty sick. I don't know if they planned that at the start, but well played. This is the way. That's pretty good. That's an emote, honestly. We just need that, which is way. And anytime I say anything like this is the way or that way or this way, I'm not gonna lie. I don't get the full meme. What is this red? What is this dude? Does anyone know? I'm sorry if I should know that. It looks like the Conqueror's helmet on. Knuckles? Wait, Knuckles from... Knuckles? That's not Knuckles. Is it a different type of Knuckles? It's like an actual character or a meme? That's not... Ugandan Knuckles. I have no clue. It's a meme version of Knuckles. I know Knuckles from Sonic, but that doesn't look anything like it. Look it up, lol. Okay. I'll look it up later, I guess. Does he say this is the way? Because that would make it make sense. Yeah, and says this is the way. Okay. Well, I mean, that makes it even funnier. Well, now I know. Now I know. Okay, that's even better emote. Okay. I mean, guys, today, that's not fair. Today's been brutal. Today, everyone's chatting. They never shut up. So I'm trying to follow 8 different storylines, okay, and not miss anything. And then when people are attacking each other, they're all attacking at the same damn time. They'll talk for an hour, and then everyone attacks in the same moment. I mean, well played, but sorry. Okay. This is good. This is good. That APM, like, I don't know how close Josh's child is to him, but I know, like, if I had a kid in the other room, I don't think I could walk there and back. I couldn't even give that kid a high five and get back in the amount of time his APM dropped. That was fast. So he did come in. He's like, my child actually goes right back to sleep. You know, oh God, this was funny, man. This was funny. He had like 8K gold. He says, I'll send you all the gold I have. And then he buys 8K stone. And then he doesn't have any gold anymore. And then sends what he has left. That was so good. Yeah, Deborah, you didn't know that. He had so much gold, and then he just spent it all and sent you the scraps. So that's a good meme. Honestly, this was my thought. I mean, there wasn't a lot of double checking to make sure the kid was good, right? Not a whole lot of, oh, he looks so cute. Just right back to commie games. Well played. I think that's it. Oh no, we have 2 more. We have 2 more. Okay. This is funny. I think the king was still there at the end. Skillsoo probably still has no clue where that king is. That's really good. And then this is pretty accurate. Thank you for dropping there, Debris, because that game was gonna go on for a while longer. So it reached the point where it was pretty painful because everyone was strapped for resources. So I tried treason and the king was not pinged in the castles. Ah, okay, you're probably confused. Makes sense. Okay.